Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Friday, October 18th, and today it is getting good. We're in Ezekiel 17. I'm going to trust that you've already watched the previous videos because otherwise you might be a little bit lost. To give you a quick review, Zedekiah had promised to be loyal to Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon, and instead, Zedekiah reached out to Egypt and said, I need some help here. I'm trying to rebel against Babylon. And God said, no, you made an oath in my name and you need to be true to your oath. And so God is God is coming right out and saying, Zedekiah will not leave Babylon alive because of this. That brings us to 1720. I will spread my net over him, and he shall be taken in my snare, and I will bring him to Babylon and enter into judgment with him there for the treachery he has committed against me. This is God talking. And all the pick of his troops shall fall by the sword, and the survivors shall be scattered to every wind. And you shall know that I am the Lord. I have spoken. Verse 22. This is where it gets really interesting. Thus says the Lord, I myself will take a sprig from the top of the lofty top of the cedar and will set it out. I will break off from the topmost of its young twigs a tender one, and I myself will plant it on a high and lofty mountain. What on earth is this tiny sprig? Who does that represent? It's Jesus. It's a messianic prophecy here. And in the Apologetic Study Bible, for verses 22 to 24, it says, with the nation hopelessly gone, the prophet turned to a messianic theme, speaking of a tender sprig taken from the top of a tree and replanted in a prominent place. The Hebrew word, yonik, is the same word in the messianic figure of Isaiah 53:2. Elsewhere, the same word is used for an infant or nursing child in Numbers 11:12, Deuteronomy 32:25, 1 Samuel 15:3, 1 Samuel 22:19, Jeremiah 44:7, and synonyms such as choder, which is a shoot, and netzer, which is a branch, and samach were used figuratively of the Messiah. Ezekiel's word picture affirmed the certainty of the restoration of Judah and Jerusalem. While some interpreters see this prophecy fulfilled in Zerubbabel, Ezra, and Nehemiah, Ezekiel's language went beyond these and looked to a time when the Messiah would reign over Israel and over all the earth. That's why it says he's being planted on a high and lofty mountain. He's looking from his throne over his kingdom. In the ESV Fire Study Bible, it said, God himself would plant a branch, referring to the Messiah, the chosen or anointed one, Jesus Christ. The kingdom of this special branch would be established and grow throughout the entire earth. So God is saying, I have not turned my back on these people, but they need this correction and they're going to get it. That brings us to verse 23. On the mountain height of Israel will I plant it, that it may bear branches and produce fruit and become a noble cedar. And under it will dwell every kind of bird. In the shade of its branches, birds of every sort will nest. And all the birds of the tree shall know that I am the Lord. I bring low the high tree and make high the low tree. Dry up the green tree and make the dry tree flourish. I am the Lord. I have spoken, and I will do it. God is saying, yes, I'm stopping this insubordinance that's going on right here, right now. You made an oath, you made it in my name, you turned your back on it, you've got all this idolatry going on, you are not keeping me first. So yes, I am going to correct that. And God came right out and said, King Zedekiah is not going to survive this exile into Babylon. He's never going to return to the chosen land. He is always going to be in Babylon until the day he dies. And he's going to die there. But the Messiah is coming. The redemption is coming. My grace is coming. And I will care for my people, and they will be throughout the world. This is a messianic prophecy and a prophecy of God ruling his kingdom all over the world. We've got to remember that when we entered this relationship with Christ, we made a commitment to be loyal to it. And it's part of our responsibility, part of our love for the Lord, that we stay loyal to it and stay focused on Him. Today is Friday, so I'm going to remind you there's no video Saturday and Sunday. I'll be back with you Monday. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.